Hey Shark fans, it's your pal Ian, writer for rscnreport.com, and obviously I'm here to talk about the Sharks' 5-1 victory over the Colorado Avalanche. The Sharks obviously trying to keep their slim playoff hopes alive, and winning the game that they did. They put a little more, put a few more coins in the meter. Do they have enough coins in their pocket to make it in? I don't know. I think they're just buying time, to be honest with you. I think the hockey meter is going to end before the season does, but they did what they needed to do to get not get back in the race. I don't say get back in the race because they're still not really much further into the race than they were before this game happened. The Sharks do see their odds to make the playoffs improve, though. They're looking at a 4.1% chance. Obviously, the fact that the out-of-town scoreboard was completely irrelevant to them obviously helps with that. So some big points for them, and no one else doing anything makes it easier for their percentage to increase. Those stats, of course, are always I always pull them from sportsclubstats.com. You can go check them out yourself. It's nothing. It's no crazy math that I've done. I'm just lazy. I just Google everything like everyone else. So let's talk about the game. First thing, let's talk about Patrick Waugh. Patrick Waugh pulls his goalie, 5 minutes left in the game? And the only thing that I can think of is that if you after those two goals go in, is Patrick Waugh even on the bench anymore, or did he just throw the game so he could beat traffic? I'm not sure, honestly. I'd be curious to know how often his pulling the goalie ridiculously early has worked. And far be it for me to criticize a Hall of Fame goaltender, but I don't get it, guys. I really wish I could explain what the logic there is. I mean, I understand you have nothing to lose, but at the same time, it just seems like you throw the game away, and then John Scott gets a goal at insult to injury. That guy, we gotta lock him down, man. 3 goals, career year, gotta lock him down. 7-year contract. Of course, I'm absolutely kidding. Don't do that. Um, Look, I mean, the Sharks played a pretty solid game tonight. They pretty much led in every statistical category. I think they were out hit, but they had the puck more, and that's going to happen. You have the puck more, you're going to get hit more because you have to have the puck to get hit. But they really did well. They outshot Colorado every period, and I thought they really played a solid game every period. First 2 periods were kind of dozy, but it wasn't really their fault. I think just the pace of the game in general was kind of snoozy. I didn't think it was the most exciting game. The third period things picked up. Obviously, you got some more chances. Um, but yeah, it was kind of a snoozy game. I thought it wasn't the most exciting hockey game. Um, but I'll take the outcome for sure. So let's talk about some other stuff in the game. I thought that Patrick Marleau's goal was really nice. That feed from Logan Couture, pretty good feed there. Nice shot, nice goal, much needed for Marleau. I'm really rooting for Marleau to get over 20 goals. That would be really nice. I mean, God knows he makes enough. He should probably have more than 20 goals. The other player that really stood out to me tonight was, again, Chris Tierney, who's been really impressing me of late. I think he's really, really, I've said many times, I think this kid's super smart. I think that, he thinks the game at a higher level. And I don't know if he thinks the game at a higher level than his actual skill set is. That's what remains to be seen. But really smart guy, and I'm really looking forward to watching this kid develop because I think he's gonna be something else. Um, Stalock had a decent game. I thought the goalie let in was really soft, and yeah, that was on the penalty kill, but yeah, I thought that was soft. I don't even put that on the penalty kill. It was just a soft goal by Stalock. I'm not sure, and I don't want to horribly take a dump on him. It wasn't a terrible game. He played well enough, and it'd be really unfair for me to just kind of take a dump on Stalock here. He played a good game. He's played actually, three for the most part pretty good games. Yeah, the shootout in Pittsburgh was good, but Pittsburgh came on in the third period of that game, and Stalock kind of held us in. And yeah, we definitely pushed the play in the overtime, but it's not Stalock's fault we didn't score a goal on that 4-on-3. So got to give credit where credit is due. I think Stalock's definitely he's earned the starts. If Niemi gets healthy, I'm curious to see if Niemi goes back in at any point now with Stalock winning the games. I mean, the Sharks for the most part have played 500 hockey for the longest time. It seems like we win a couple games, we lose a couple games. Now we've won a few games. And I think that if maybe we got to stick with Staylock because the Sharks should probably see what they have in them. Although 6 games is a really small sample size to really make any huge decisions. But if Niemi's not going to be back, who cares? I mean, play Staylock, get him the experience, let him play, let you decide what you have, and then make your irrational Doug Wilson decisions in the summer. Uh, I don't know. That's just kind of the way I feel about it. So yeah, soft goal, but overall a pretty solid game. He made 19 saves. He made a couple tough saves in there too. I thought, the Sharks really played a good, solid game. All right. Other news and notes. Scott Hannon took a puck in the face that looked like it probably hurt. Hopefully he's okay. If not though, call Tennyson up. Call DeMello up. Let's see what we have again. Get the kids in. I know that people are still clinging to this hope of a playoff spot, but I think really get the kids in. You see what you got with them, and go from there. That's my opinion. I know it's not popular. I know it's not everyone's favorite opinion, but I really think that you look to next year. If the Sharks can squeak in, it's not impossible. You know what? Actually, let's talk about this for a second. So it's not impossible. Like I said, 4%. Calgary, I think to a lesser, it's actually kind of funny because it's changed. Because for the longest time, it looked like the only way into the playoffs was going to be through that number 3 division seed, and I'm not so sure about that anymore. Although the Sharks they need less points. I don't know. I guess they need about the same amount of points. They need to win out. Calgary seems to have a much smaller, like a much larger margin of error. Sorry. They really, what do they need to do? They need to win a game in regulation or in overtime without going to a shootout, and they need 2 points, and the Sharks can't touch them. The Jets, on the other hand, they need 6 points. Yeah, they need 6 points, and I think that they're not completely uncatchable. They're kind of spiraling. I think Bufflin is getting suspended. I think I heard. I don't know. It's been a long day. But I think Bufflin's getting suspended. And last time Buff was out of the lineup for them, it really hurt them, and that could really tailspin them again. Obviously, you don't want to overlook LA, but you gotta assume you're gonna jump over LA at this point. I'm not even so sure. The Western seeds may be set. I don't know if LA has the jam to get in, to be honest with you. For a long time, and I know I'm probably gonna bite myself in the butt for this because you really should never just count LA out until they're dead. They're like a cockroach. You stomp it until it stops moving because otherwise it's probably gonna start moving again. So yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of light there. The Sharks winning kind of gives a little bit of light, but I can't get fully on board here. Would I like to see it? Of course I want to see it. I'm a fan. I am a Sharks fan. I want to see the Sharks win. If the Sharks get in, I'm going to be as happy as the next guy. I'm not going to be disappointed because I've been calling them dead, and then everyone can tell me how much of a jackass I am, and I can deal with that. But the math is not in their favor. So, what else? I don't think I can tell you anything else. The AHL team, I guess, is officially the Barracuda. That's cool. I kind of dig the logo actually. I think it's all right. Obviously they couldn't be the Sharks anymore. I would have liked something, I don't know, something throwback. I know people mentioned the Seals. I always liked the Barons. I like that old logo with the shark with the monocle. I just think monocles are cool. I'm not gonna lie. So I would love to see that come back. But the Barracuda, I think yeah, I dig it. I think that's gonna be a good deal for the Sharks. I hope that I hope the HL team does well in the same building as the big club. Aside from that, guys, not really much to say. I mean, it was a pretty good game. The Sharks, it's not over yet. We got to play Arizona, who looks like they're trying to lose. So, it's not that bad. You have 2 games against Arizona. I think we play Edmonton in there too, and then we play the Kings. I gotta check the schedule. But anyway, we probably of all the teams trying to make a playoff push, we do have the softest schedule. Is winning out possible with the schedule? I think it is. It's very possible. Will it happen? Time will tell. Am I going to watch till the bitter end? Doesn't matter. Even if they're mathematically eliminated, I'm watching the games. So that's it. Um, if you guys want to, if you guys have any questions for the blog or for the podcast, let's talk about the podcast for a minute. Teal Tinted Glasses podcast. We recorded our second episode. It's already out there. It should be on iTunes now as well as most of your other favorite podcatchers. We had a really good episode. This last episode is really good. We have a few audio issues we need to work out. We know it. We're on it. It's hard because we are all in separate locations, so we record over Skype and then try to, Wendell does a really good job trying to clean up the audio and make it sound like we're in the same room, so you're not just like listening to like awful Skype voices. So I mean, if you haven't checked it out yet, please check it out. You can find the podcast on iTunes, Teal Tinted Glasses Hockey Podcast. You can find it on our blog page that we made for it, ttgpodcast.blogspot.com. If you have any emails, if you want an email to get on the podcast, or if you want an email you want to get into one of my articles, here's how you can do that. You can email either at tealtintedglasses at gmail, or sorry, not at tealtintedglasses would be our tealtintedglasses at gmail.com. If you want to email me for an article, it's at ian.blogs.sharks@gmail.com. If you want to contact me on Twitter, at ianblogsharks. Follow the Twitter feed for the podcast, please, 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 at TTG Podcast. If you want to follow my videos, subscribe. Yeah, that's it, guys, because clearly I'm tired and this is going nowhere. Follow all the stuff. Thanks for reading the articles. If you haven't checked out the podcast, please, please do. Even if you're not, a Super Sharks fan and you want to hear some general NHL stuff, we do that too. So please, please, please check out the podcast. Check out the articles, rsenreport.com. As always, guys, thanks for everything, and we will catch up at the next Shark game or the next time I write something, which will probably be sooner than that. Have a good one. Bye.